Conversation.
Right, a very good morning. We're still very much on Oluyole 98.5 FM on the stables of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. And the program is Conversation, where we bring you stories making the major headlines in the dailies. We do our best to give you top-notch analysis. In due course, we get to open the phone lines, and we invite you to be a part of the flow, our little talk shop. Together, we try to make sense of and understand those major events unfolding around our dear country, our nation, and our world. Mondays to Fridays, except Sundays, we are here. And that, in a nutshell, is what we do on Conversation. And what you'll be hearing from us as presenters and analysts are thoughts, views, and opinions, not the corporate views of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. And that's why the program is called Conversation. And of course, we are networking on OLUYOLEFM 96.3. That's our sister station in Alaga in the Oluyole of the state, Agility FM, Gambari, Ogumosho on the 92.1 FM dial. No one beats our reach all over this great state. We are there. Beyond the state, we are there, and beyond the shores of Nigeria. Just latch on. We are the social media platform, Facebook precisely, and you are on to Conversation. Once again, wherever you are listening across the world, you are welcome. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombi. Thank you very much for joining us on the program Conversation. And yes, like Tola said, stories make the rounds around the country, across the shores of the country. And yes, and we have quite a lot here. Yes, and one particular one that is staring Tola in the eye now is some presumed bandits. Yes, that attacked the old Oyo National Park and killing five forest guards.
Well, it says bandits attack Oyo National Park, kill 5 forest guards. And Governor Makinde calls for calm, says cross-border bandits behind attack. That's as Commissioner of Police deploys security teams in community. That's talking about Oloka community in the Oriri local government area of Oyo State, and that's Ogumosho.
Yes.
Suspected bandits on Tuesday night attacked the National Park Service NPS office in Oloka, Oriri local government area of Oyo State, leaving 4 personnel dead. Now, Governor Makinde, while confirming the attack, which occurred at about 9 p.m., called for calm as the authorities launched manhunt for the assailants. In a statement on Wednesday, the governor said the bandits carried out the attack, leading to the devastating loss of the personnel who were killed in the course of carrying out their lawful duties. He vowed to prevent a repeat of the dastardly act in the state. Now, according to the governor, preliminary investigations showed that the attack was carried out by cross-border bandits. Consequently, he called for enhanced vigilance in the local government and the adjoining ones along the border areas. The governor said this is a devastating loss of the lives of personnel in the course of carrying out their lawful duties. May their souls rest in peace.
Amen.
And there was an appeal to residents of Oyo State, especially those in the local government area and other LGAs among the state borders, to remain calm. And the governor is giving an assurance that the security agencies have restored normalcy and deployed more personnel to the area. And
you know, Tola, what I believe, my opinion here, fine, it is 50-50. It might be bandits, cross-border bandits, but I am sure that it might be our local criminals trying to cut trees, trying to kill animals, yes, from inside the reserve, the forest preserve. Poachers, yes, and maybe trying to just carry them out and just escape, and they now encountered the forest guards, and the forest guards might not be well equipped and not enough for them, and so they were attacked and killed. I am sure the local criminals too, local criminals from the areas must be checked. Yes, Don't let us just believe that they are bandits, herdsmen from outside the country, coming from our neighboring countries.
Well, remember, if it had been those local criminals, like you postulated, I don't think the attack would have been so devastating enough to make residents of a whole community to flee. The residents of virtually no one was left as at yesterday evening in Oloka community. They had fled their homes. And if you saw the reports, and they had fled their homes, and the doors of the houses were under lock and key. An appeal was coming from the Commissioner of Police and pleading with those who had fled to return. The town was deserted, so I don't think an attack by poachers would have been that devastating to make a whole community flee.
It might be, because when things happen, now let us just talk at the Bashan. When people hear about 2, 3, 4 gunshots here, everybody will flee.
They won't leave their homes.
But they will just
they'll flee for the moment and then come back when things have calmed down. It happened on Tuesday night, and by Wednesday morning, yesterday, all through to evening time. At the time, our reporter, Adele Miakom, sent in his reports, no one had returned to our local community. All you could see there was security operatives. And, well, if it had been poachers or people involved in illegal tree felling, well, it's not likely that they would directly... The attack was on the office of the National Park Service. It wasn't in the forest. The encounter was not in the forest.
But the office of the National Park Service, the administrative office, is located in Oyo town.
They have branches. That was a branch.
Okay.
The actual headquarters is in Igboho, where Oluyole used to be. The old Oluyole used to be. So I understand your postulation on this, and I understand the possibility. But if you say there were local collaborators, I would agree with you. But we must face this reality. I think these people are here. I think they are with us. I think that is a reality that we must not shy away from. The other time, we said they were in Kwara. They've been in Kwara. They are still in Kwara. Kwara is next door. What does it take them to migrate down to Ogumosho?
Yes.
That's where all the local government is. One of the local government areas that makes up Ogumosho. So and I think the government, also Governor Seyi Makinde, in his wisdom, it would if this had been the reality, I mean what you said, poachers and illegal tree fellers attacking the park rangers, he would have latched on to that because he wouldn't want to create panic among people of Orire, and by extension the entire people of Oyo State. He would have preferred to put that narrative. But so that's why I don't think I believe they are actually bandits, and the reality is that they are here with us. Let's have this quick commercial break and we'll come back to discuss more.
Hello? Olumide, kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ìwọ ló dáhùn ìpè mi? Ọ̀rẹ́, fojú fóònù ẹ dáadáa kó wo ẹni tó pè jàre. Ẹ̀yà, àwọn bọ́tìnì orí fóònù yìí ti wẹ́ jù. Kò rọrùn láti kà. Ọlámídé ni mo fẹ́ pè jàre. Wo ọ̀rẹ́, ó yẹ kó wá lọ ṣàyẹ̀wò ojú ẹ níbùdó ìlera o, kó o sì gba ìgò ìríran náà. Máa gbọ́, ìgò ìríran níbùdó ìlera bíi ti báwo. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, tó o bá ti pé ọmọ ọdún márùndínlógójì tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, wá lọ ṣe àyẹ̀wò ojú ẹ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́, wàá sì gba ìgò ìríran lówó tí ò gara láwọn ibùdó ìlera tá a ti yà sọ́tọ̀ nítòsí rẹ. Bá a ti ń dàgbà lójú wa nílò àtìlẹ́yìn díẹ̀ láti ríran kedere. Yọjú sí ibùdó ìlera kan nítòsí rẹ fún àyẹ̀wò ojú lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ àti fún ìgò ìríran lówó tí ò gara lónìí láti mọ ìyàtọ̀. 0706-489-9614 fún àlàyé síwájú sí àní 0706-489-9614. Ìkéde yìí wá látọ̀dọ̀ National Eye, Ear and Sensory Functions Health Program ti Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare pẹ̀lú àjọṣe Vision Spring Nigeria. Vision Spring, ríran kedere gbé ìgbé ayé àlàáfíà.
Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ó lé téńté. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ó lé kẹ́ńkà. àti kú lọ́mọdé àmúkọ́rùn roko ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ gòkè àgbà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ pa 50 ọdún golden jubilee tó ti ń dá kékeré dára gbayì láwùjọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ state golden jubilee ìrọ̀rùn ló wọlé tọ̀ wá wá sábàbí lọ́rọ̀ ayé gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹnjìnìà Olúwaṣèyí Mákindé lẹ́dùnmáre fi ṣe sábàbí Ọ̀yọ́ state golden jubilee tá a pa 50 ọdún nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ìdàgbàsókè ń lọ bó ti tọ́ afẹ́fẹ́ àlàáfíà ń fẹ́lẹ́lẹ́ káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ nílé lóko lódò lẹ́yìn odi ohun gbogbo pẹ̀lú ìdùnnú Elédùwà fi ṣàgbékalẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ bí 50 ọdún sẹ́yìn tá a ti gbòmìnira ọkọ̀ gbogbo ayé ẹ wá bá wa yọ̀ ẹ wá bá wa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bá wa yọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ láàmú bá gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹnjìnìà Olúwaṣèyí Mákindé yọ̀ gómìnà olóríire tó forí sọ sábàbí Ọ̀yọ́ state golden jubilee àkọ́kọ́ ọrú ẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ìpínlẹ̀ tí gbogbo olókoòwò ń wò láti bá dòwò pọ̀. olùkéde alága ìgbìmọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ state at 50 honourable Saheed Fijabi ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ò ní bàjẹ́ ó bàjẹ́ tì.
Right, we're back, and the program is still Conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Well, in reacting to any suspected bandits attack on the on National Park Service in the Orire local government area, and well, like I said, it means what we have feared, like I always say, has come upon us. They were next door before, and now they are here. So, in reacting to this, I think the state government should also take cognizance of a number of things. What I want them to take into consideration, most of all, the possibility of local collaborators.
Yes.
I don't believe these people know their way around. If indeed they are people that came from outside, cross-border bandits, as the governor called them, and I don't believe they actually know their way around. There will be local collaborators. There will be people that are showing them what to do. There are people that have pointed out to them that this particular place, this particular people could be a threat to you. And for all you know, well, if they were indeed bandits, I wouldn't know what would be the motive for the attack. But that is the first place where they had seen maybe a semblance of law enforcement, and they felt that they should attack the place. So local collaborators, then the traditional rulers too, they must be given them marching orders to be very, very involved in this effort to ward off the bandits. And in so doing, the traditional rulers, while securing their collaboration, I think they should also be kept under watch, under surveillance, for any one of them that would want to compromise, that will be culpable in this whole thing. Not the other time when we were told that a traditional ruler somewhere in Okiogun was suspended for involvement in illegal mining activities, alleged involvement, because investigations are still on. So that kind of surveillance must be intensified. Then, talking about the local security apparatus, especially, it's high time the Southwest governors come together and seek President Tinubu's blessing to have Amotekun carry high caliber weapons. Not only carrying them, they should also be trained how to use them and how to be civil when it comes to dealing with the civilian and population. Well, I don't think that has been much of a problem, although we have series of issues here and there, but I don't think that has been much of a problem. And what I initially feared regarding Amotekun, that the governors would be overbearing and want to unduly control them for political reasons, that has not happened. So far, so good with Amotekun. So not only Amotekun, ditto for local vigilante groups in other parts of the country. I think it's high time to equip them well and then train them properly, orientate them properly, so that they do not misuse the opportunity of being allowed to carry and use these weapons. They should use them against the people that they are supposed to use them against. I'm talking about criminals and who would infiltrate their country, their state from outside. So, but especially, but most especially, local collaborators. The government must be on the lookout for local collaborators.
Tola, what I'm wondering, like you said, it was the office. Yes, like I'm saying here, that the personnel of the National Park Service. What was their motive there? They just wanted to come and kill people and leave?
I think they wanted to make a statement. That's what I think, to establish the fact that we are here. You know, they operate with impunity all over the country, and where they usually operate, they are usually not in hiding. And again, that reminds me, Hibimbo, this is the time to also protect likely targets. Once it has been established that these people are here, likely targets, there is a federal government college in Obumosho,
yes,
and I think the government must be looking in that direction to protect that school. Ditto for other schools, Bimbo. Ditto for other schools, especially boarded schools. This is the time the government must make sure that they find ways of protecting the schools. So most likely, these schools, especially the federal government college, may also be the target of these evil elements, and also time to begin to to protect worship centers
and to take proactive measures. Yes.
To make sure that it's the National Park Service now. No one knows what they are going to do next, so we must be ready. And I'm sure Governor Seyi Makinde would be thinking about all that. I'm sure he must be having a sleepless nights. He must already had a sleepless night, as we speak now.
Yes.
I mean, thinking about this, and of course, I guess he will be on top of the situation. Ditto alongside other Southwest governors and the traditional rulers in the region.
Yes. And well, now moving to Kaduna State now, police operatives foiled an attempt attack on planned kidnapping of children in the Kasuwan Magani area of Kaduna State, leading to the rescue of 76 children and the arrest of 3 suspects. And a statement by the first public relations officer, Benjamin Hundeyin, said the Kaduna State Police Command on January 5, 2026, about 8 p.m. received credible intelligence indicating that suspected bandits were planning to attack motorists and kidnap children being conveyed through the area. And acting swiftly on the intelligence, the divisional police officer, DPO of Kasuwan Magani Division, mobilized the team of police personnel to the location, and upon arrival, the police team engaged the suspected attackers and repelled them, preventing the planned attack. Well, a plus for the Nigeria police.
A good one. Well, but sadly, again, 5 farmers killed in Benue. And let's look at this. 5 farmers killed in Benue. About 5 persons have been killed by suspected armed herders. The herders are still a problem. Udeku Mavia community in Umbakoil Council Ward, Toran district of Kwande, local government area, Benue State. The incident, according to a local source, occurred on Tuesday around 4 p.m. when residents were harvesting yams and bambara nuts. A local who identified himself as Tema said the attack disrupted activities in the community. When contacted, the chairman of Kwande local government area, Teswa Yakwan, confirmed the killings. He said the attackers did not immediately withdraw after the assault, which he said increased tension in the area. Yakwan said the area is vulnerable to attacks because it borders Cameroon and the terrain complicates security operations. The council chairman lamented that continued attacks during harvest seasons threaten food security. And okay, victims of the latest attack were listed to include Tozua, Gwese, Baga, Gwese, and well, these names I don't know. And schools, churches, and markets have been forced to shut down following repeated attacks.
Well, I think I have someone here. They're talking about a crime now. The Anambra State Police Command has dismantled a child trafficking syndicate operating from a compound in Akuzu Oyi local government area of the state, rescuing no fewer than 33 underage girls. And the raid followed an ongoing investigation into cases of kidnapping, abduction, missing children, and child trafficking. Yes, and well, that is the situation there, and it was disclosed. It was disclosed in a press statement issued on Wednesday by the police public relations officer in the state, SP Tochukwu Ikenga. And Ikenga said that during the operation, 3 children who had been abducted in Ebonyi State on September 26, 2025 had been taken to an unknown location and were sighted. When sighted, they were rescued.
Okay, AGF, ex-AGF Abubakar Malami still very much in the news. This court orders interim forfeiture of 57 properties belonging to ex-AGF Abubakar Malami and houses, Bimbo. And then I ask again, Bimbo, how much is enough? 57 properties.
57 properties.
And all the while he was in office, these are the questions I always ask. Of course, the anti-graft agencies and other people must have known about the fact that he had this much properties, and I refuse to believe that could have been from what he was earning as a minister or from what he earned before he became a minister. The former minister of health was on a flagship monthly program, Guest of the Month, and when we were asking him about issues bordering on corruption and embezzlement in office, and he told us that what a minister has, that whoever that you see flaunting such fabulous wealth cannot be from what comes from that office. He told us that ministers are indeed poorly paid.
That they earn, I think, 1 million naira.
They gave the analysis and they said that. So why didn't anybody raise this question? So while he was all the time in office acquiring these properties, the ICPC, the FCC, I'm sure they keep tabs on these people. But if it is the ordinary citizen, if Bimbo, let's say like about 7 to 10 million naira enters your account today, they will freeze your account.
Of course,
they will ask you to come.
Yes, they will invite you. They will invite you and explain how the money came to.
You got the money from. But for them, they are above the law. Well, I said the properties are in different parts of the country, Abuja, Kebbi, Kano, and Kaduna. And by the way, he was granted bail yesterday, along with his son, wife, to the tune of 500 billion naira each, 1.5 billion naira. And some people were asking me, when we were discussing this in the newsroom, they said, I'm Bolotiferi. I said, ice cream, you see, and that is the truth. It's Owepa to them, that bill amount is ice cream to them. And I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I kind of predicted what is going to happen to this case, probably plea bargaining. He'll be asked to return a very paltry amount, and then he'll be asked to go in peace and say no more. Let's have this quick commercial break. We'll be back.
Hello?
Olumide, why are you answering the phone?
Check again and see who you called.
Hey, small letters are not easy to read, you know. I wanted to call Olamide.
I think it's time for you to go to a health outlet to check your eyes and get reading glasses.
Health outlet? For reading glasses?
Yes. If you're 35 years or older, receive free vision screening and affordable reading glasses at designated health outlets near you.
As we age, our eyes need a little support to see clearly. Visit a health outlet nearby for a free eye check and affordable reading glasses today to see the difference. Call 0706 489 9614 for more information. That's 0706 489 9614. This message is brought to you by the National Eye, Ear and Sensory Function Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare in conjunction with Vision Spring Nigeria. Vision Spring. See well, do well.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Make it mobile, oh, make it mobile,
make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
Conversation. Right, we're back at the still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Well, extension of budget lifespan, not an illegality, says Budget Office. And on no tax law, stop inflicting pains on Nigerian workers. NLC tells federal government, says workers were shut out of formulation process and wants federal government to review workers' wages. Before 2027. I guess that's part of the agreement the last time that there's going to be a review before 2027.
Yes.
Well, that might likely happen. We are now in pre-election year,
Yes.
and 2027 is election year, so they might trust the typical Nigerian politician. They would want to win the hearts and souls of the workers, so maybe
yes,
they would stick to this agreement.
Yes.
And well, regarding opinions on Nigeria, the grasp of the NLC with the no tax law is actually mostly about the fact that they said the labor unions were not carried along, and I also think that is quite wrong. We are among the highest taxpayers in the and our tax taken from source. And we also pay other taxes aside what is taken directly by the government at the federal level and at the respective state levels from our salary. So why would workers be shut out of the formulation process? President of the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC, Comrade Joe Ajero, has accused the federal government of deliberately excluding Nigerian workers from the formulation and implementation of the no tax laws, warning that policies crafted without labour's inputs are inflicting hardship and deepening poverty. Ajero faulted what he described as the government's contradiction of shutting out workers from meaningful engagement on tax reforms, only to later accuse them of agonizing over national economic policies they neither designed nor influenced. And that was it was at an event presentation of the memoir of a former president of the Nigerian Labour Congress and Labour veteran, Comrade Azan Sumono, titled "Organize, Don't Agonize."
I'm seeing one story here. The LP, the LP is accusing of it being excluded from the local government polls in the Federal Capital Territory by INEC. So I do not see the reason. I don't know
the same reason
really happening.
The same reason PDP was excluded from the list of candidates in the Ekiti. Yes, that was in Ekiti. The same reason, because they've not been able to. There are factions,
yes.
And there is confusion as to
yes,
and the cases in court regarding which is the authentic faction.
Okay, and of course that is that relates to the LP to the Labour Party. Now,
it says. Mrs. Victoria Eta Messi, Director of Voter Education and Publicity, in a statement said on behalf of FANA, said the Commission's position is in compliance with pronouncement of the Supreme Court on the expiration of the Julius Abure-led National Working Committee. And the members in the FCT at the Monday stage a protest at INEC headquarters demanded the inclusion of their candidates in the area council polls scheduled for February 21. So, and the Commission, apparently reacting to the protest, declared that by the judgment of the Apex Court last April, which unequivocally held that the tenure of the Abure-led National Executive Committee had expired, the conduct of primaries to produce candidates for FCT election by the Abure leadership of Mr. Julius Abure after the Supreme Court judgment was invalid. And INEC also recalled that in the separate suit filed by the Labour Party at the Federal High Court Abuja challenging the decision of INEC excluding it from the by-election, the court disputes the suit and enforced the Supreme Court's position that Abure was no longer recognized as the national chairman of the Labour Party. So that's the situation.
Well,
and the Labour Party is also saying that they are not missing Mr. Peter Obi. That's coming from the Abure, the embattled Abure faction of the party.
Okay, that means that yes, factions, yes, abound. Now, talking about the EFCC now, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has alleged planned campaigns of calumny against it by politicians and groups with invested interest in suspects being investigated or facing prosecution by the Commission. And the EFCC head Media and Publicity, Oluyole, in a statement yesterday said a motley crowd of paid jobbers comprised politicians, academics, so-called civil society activists, and some Nigerian fugitives in the diaspora have been recruited by these disgruntled elements to orchestrate campaigns of calumny through sponsored media attacks targeting the chairman of the EFCC, Oluyole, and the institution itself, with phantom allegations of political bias in the execution of the Commission's mandate. Well, of course, they will do that. Because the politicians, yes, the politicians, they will do that because they are guilty. They steal money. Yes, they steal money, and they know that the searchlights will be beamed on them at the end of the day. So that's why they are instigating people to protest that EFCC should not focus on them.
And well, maybe like I always say, if the EFCC is being accused of political bias, well, like I always say, if there is no filth on your backside,
yes,
then you don't have to be afraid of the.
They are nothing to fear for. Yes,
of the EFCC. When they beam their light on your backside, when you are sure that there's no filth to be found, so then you leave your backside and you leave them to open your babariga and then beam the torchlights there inside your bomb. So once there's no filth there, you have nothing to fear.
Yes.
You can even sue them for disturbing you, for disturbing your peace.
Yes.
So yes, there could be elements of political bias, but like I always say, one day we'll get there when it will no longer be political bias. So if there's political bias, you that you are being witch hunted, why would you give them reason for you to be witch hunted? I mean, if they say you have stolen and they do not find the goats that you stole in your backyard, and they do not find you carrying the goats, and they search everything that is connected to you, and the stolen goat is not found. So I wonder, and nobody saw you stole the goats. But in this case, they found you carrying the goats. They found another goat in your backyard. They saw evidence that you are there, that you are the one that stole the goats. And now you are saying that they were the wife of Indo Julie. Oh, really? But U.S. imposes visa bonds of up to $15,000 on Nigerian visitors. Well, it's not only us, a number of other countries too. And well, that's another policy by Mr. Donald Trump. But the one I'm even interested in, Bimbo, developments as at yesterday regarding the
Colombian issue.
And Colombia and even Venezuela. He said that the United States of America would be, they call it turnover, something like that.
Yes, oil. Oil. Venezuelan oil. That was, like you always say, that he has interest in any country he focuses on. He said they will, the U.S. will, take over the, sales of, and they will selling it and have a certain percentage.
And they will encouraging 50 to something percent turnover and distribute to the benefit of the Venezuelan people and the United States of America. And the Venezuelan interim government, well, I think as weak as can be. A feeble protest, they were saying that no outsider is running the affairs of Venezuela. Whereas, from what we are seeing, looks like Mr. Trump, well, he's actually insisting that he's in charge. And by watching these things unfold, okay, you went into a sovereign nation, someone else's country, you kidnapped, because that is what it is to me. You abducted their president before you accused him of being at the head of a drug cartel or several drug cartels responsible for the bringing hard drugs into the United States. Well, you've done that now. So now from oil, from drug-related issue, you went to sit on their oil. And I'm now wondering, what is the connection? So then even on the high seas, as yesterday, they intercepted, the American naval forces intercepted and seized 2 oil tankers. They said those tankers had links to Venezuela.
Venezuela, yes.
So as far as Bimbo, Uli, what kind of cheating, what kind of injustice is this?
Yes.
Would you have done that with the Iranians? I remember there was a time we actually threatened that he was going to intercept and disrupt Iranian shipping, and the Iranians dared him to do so. They deployed their warships to start escorting their merchant vessels. And I remember when Mr. Trump could not really do anything. The Iranians dared him. They said to say it in Yoruba. They said he should intercept their commercial shipping. So I don't know. Like I said, Oli Linikasi, you went to sit on their oil. You are talking about drugs. So where is the correlation? Why do you now think, okay, you have arrested the person that is a threat to your country in terms of drug trafficking? You have arrested him. So why not let it end there? Why now do you think that the people there, those remaining of that government, they are so dull-headed, they are dummies, so they don't know how to run their country, they don't know how to run their oil. So it is you that and I never mentioned the matter of this oil in the first place.
You mentioned drugs.
You never said that. You never said the way they were running their economy was a problem to you. Of course, we had imposed sanctions on them for goodness knows what over a period of time, and that was because it was not happy with the political developments in Venezuela.
Yes, and you know what is troubling me now is the focus on Colombia again.
Of course, that's a done deal. Unless the man knows where he can run to. Either for help or maybe where I can go and hibernate. I think it's going to happen to him, and it's going to be very soon.
Yes, and you know, I think Colombia is a feeble country. I don't know their military strength. I don't know how their security apparatus is. But
you know, I also think Mr. Trump had inside help when it comes to what he did in Colombia, because I've asked so many questions. Why was it that easy to pick the man?
Why Venezuelan president
at the presidential palace? So why was there no shootout? And they seem to know perfectly well the topography of that presidential palace. How did they know which room to look? I don't know which I mean, a presidential palace that would have probably up to 100 rooms. So how did you know where to look to find him?
And they just went there
so effortlessly. No shootout at the palace itself.
Nothing.
And as we speak, no real protest, protesting what has happened to their country as a sovereign nation. Even if you don't like your president, you must remember that this is not about Mr. Maduro. It's about your country. It's about the sovereignty of your nation, and it's about the future of your country.
But I know Nicolas Maduro is a hard man, but I believe maybe he was at a point trying to succumb to the demands of President Donald Trump. If it were former I believe if it had been Hugo Chavez, former president of Venezuela, President Donald Trump would not have had it so easy. Yes, Hugo Chavez. I can't remember.
All right, another commercial break. When we are back, we'll open the phone lines.
Èyíkéyìí ọkọ̀ tó bá ń wà. Onílọ àbò tó péye. Máa dágunlá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o. Níbikíbi tó bá wà lọ fún ojúlówó. Ó yá sọ pé. Jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o. Mọ́bì ní ìṣúlẹ̀ ọjọ́. Jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o. Lọ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó. Jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile.
Ìtànsọ̀tò láńtà lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ló sanwó.
Ẹ ǹlẹ́ o, ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ máa kú ọdún. Ìròyìn ayọ̀ wọlé dé. Golden Chance Lotto lágbèkalẹ̀ wípé káwọn olólùfẹ́ Golden Chance Lotto ó jẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, nírú àsìkò pọ̀pọ̀ sísan ọdún yìí Golden Chance Lotto kẹrẹ̀ òbítíbitì ẹ̀bùn bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó tayọ wá dáadáa bíi electronics foodstuff airtime lórí fóònù owó àtọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bùn míì lóríṣiríṣi àǹfààní yìí ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ọ̀rù ìwọ sá ti tayọ tó tó 1000 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lórí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kan fọ́sẹ̀ kan ṣe é lọ́jọ́ kó gbọ́dọ̀ sọnù QR code tó wà lórí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ ni ó sọ fún ọ ẹ̀bùn tó jẹ́ tí wọ́n bá ti scan ẹ̀ ta Golden Chance Lotto báyìí kó jẹ̀bùn kó dọ̀gá ládùúgbò ẹ̀.
ẹ lè ta Golden Chance Lotto láwọn ilé ìtajà wa káàkiri.
kò ní gbèdéke títa o ta lọ́pọ̀ kó jọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bùn ta jẹ́ gba winnings kó tún gbẹ̀bùn rẹpẹtẹ kájọ ṣe bí ọba àsọpọ̀ àti àsọyéwà o kò sí fọmọ tí ìpọ́dún méjìdínlógún Golden Chance Lotto ọ̀nà tó yá láti di mílíọ̀nìà.
Hello.
Olumide, why you dey answer the phone now?
Oh boy, look again, make you see who call you.
Chai! Omo, this small text no easy to read again, oh. Now Olamide I be one call.
E be like Satan don reach for you to enter one health outlet. Make dem help you check your eye, oh. Make you go also arrange reading glasses.
Reading glasses for health outlets?
Well, if you don reach your past 35 years, you fit get free vision screening and reading glasses wey dey affordable for some health outlets wey near you.
As we don dey age, our eyes need small support to take dey see well. Enter any health outlet wey near you for free eye check. Come get reading glasses wey dey affordable to take dey see well. Green us for 0706 489 9614 for more information. Na 0706 489 9614. Na the National Eye, Ear and Sensory Functions Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. They partner with Vision Spring Nigeria to bring you this message. Vision Spring. See well. Do well.
We're about to have a still conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. That time to open the phone lines, and well, it's your turn. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kola, Mr. Bimbo.
Good morning, Mr. John.
John calling from Oluyole.
Good to have you, sir.
We have been saying it. It has finally come to our doorstep. What happened in Oluyole local government is sad and unfortunate. And like you rightly said, the Southwest governor should rally around and meet President Tinubu. This is the right time. They have their man in the affairs of this country. So that the president can grant the Amotekun the capability to carry firearms, and they could be trained by the military. And when they are going for operation is when they should be allowed to carry that firearms. When they are not going for operation, they should not be allowed to carry it around the town. Secondly, you said Maduro was kidnapped without no shot being fired. That is not true. If you watch the cable network yesterday, funeral of the soldier that died during that operation was held yesterday in Venezuela. Over 40 soldiers were killed. America also has casualty, but you know they won't mention. And the airport was bombed. Civilians were killed. So the soldier funeral was held yesterday. About over 40 of them died in the presidential palace. So they actually resist. You know, it happened that way. There is no way they could have matched the Americans. So now the opposition leader, the woman that won the Nobel Peace Prize, is down to her now that he has sold her country to the Americans for political sake. He told the Americans to come in, being an opposition, and they have done. Now his eye is clear that the Americans are there for their own gain, not for the Venezuelans. And for the Venezuelans in diaspora, they themselves are now regretting. That is how it used to be. That is why we are calling on our opposition in Nigeria. They should trade with care. We have Adolf Hitler as helm of affairs now in America. Enjoy your day, sir. Good morning.
No,
thank you very much,
Mr. John. And the Americans did all that in Venezuela, and nobody, the souls of those soldiers that died, so they've died, and nobody is holding them to account. Unprovoked attack.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
I can be advised from you.
Good to have you, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Amen.
I perfectly agree with Brother John from Iran. God will bless him for that analysis. Bratola with Dabimbo, what are we going to do now? What we are fearing now is happening. See the killings in Ibadan yesterday. Was it not yesterday? Where are we going to run to? Is it not high time the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu consented to the establishment of this state police and the full equipment of Amateku? It is now at our doorstep. What are we going to do? Nobody is safe anymore in Yoruba land. Please, what are we going to do? This is really disturbing. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pastor Chris Okafor breaks silence as lawyer rejects abuse murder claims.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tola.
Good morning.
No mention of Pastor Chris Okafor breaks silence. I mean, in a fair society, he should have been arrested, and if he's not guilty, he come back to the pulpit. But this one that is doing that is just breaking silence and holding silence is not, well, we are not in a good society. Anyway, then, on the issue of what happened in the local government, yes, Amotekun should work harder, then safety should be done. But we need short-term plan now. The short-term plan is the governor should get an helicopter, a military helicopter, a police helicopter, something that can survey. And every state governor should get that. I don't think it's that expensive for them not to get it. How can people just attack a place and go away? When they come back, they're not another time to attack another place again. Because they know they can always get free. They can get away. They have been getting away. The one in that happened in Niger State at the weekend on Saturday, they killed over 63 people. They are still counting. They still find some dead bodies. And they are getting away. They said they even attacked the whole village. They went to another village. Then they did not leave us immediately. They did not leave immediately. So they went to another village. That was the following day that they left the other village that we went to. That means they operated for like 12 hours in Niger State. Yesterday too, in Oyo State, they were killing people. On Monday. No, but we need a surveillance. I don't think it's expensive for government to get a surveillance helicopter. So that's just it. We should not do. Yes, the police is good. All those one can come later with system. But we need to act fast. These people need to be killed immediately. They invade the place. So that's just it. Then Maduro and all that and other things. God created mankind in history. Leader countries are always been suppressing several countries. Look at the case of Israel, Amorite, Philistines, and all that. They will go there and paying according to Israel. You know, they used to go there and capture some kings. They come and they've captured them before too. So they will go and capture. If you are big, you are big. The world is not made for gentlemen as the world is created. I'm not talking about Christian terms now, missionary and whatnot. So you are just there. If you are big, you suffer. Give Jesus Christ. It was Rome that were really in Palestine when Jesus was there. That's why we have Precious Pilate and other. So it's not, they just put an head there, like Herod, who will be subjected to the Romans. God has always been somebody overruling the other person. So that's what it was. But Africans, we think we want to suppress ourselves and oppress ourselves. Since the time we've been fighting war in Africa, we've not crossed over the sea to capture and slaves. You know, we are comfortable killing ourselves over here. So thank you. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Also, 5555-1985.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's how you decide yesterday.
It is very good that all of us in the southern part of Nigeria are very eloquent and we have spoken English. We speak English friendly. It's very good. What we need now is to take the boat by the horn. We have to take action. Enough of drama. Yes, let our governors recruit in local and own our forest. The time has come now. As you are seated in your very properties, this boy, they don't care. They can enter your place anytime. They don't care. we have to be very careful. Well, these days we have to be very careful. But human life is not sacred. We have to be listening to human beings just anyhow. We have come to adopt them. Now all the locals, the various communities to stand up right now as they are listening to me. Rise up, defend yourself. What enemies you can do to defend yourself? It's very, very important now. Let us rise up and defend ourselves. So the president will be doing his best, and government will be doing his best. Some of us at the local places, in the communities, will do our best too to fight this thing. We don't have to sit down at home and just pretend, just like that. Enough is enough. God bless us in Jesus' name. God is looking for our God.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tadaro today. Let's squeeze in just one more.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Quickly.
Dr.
Olabugu, calling from Malami.
Good to have you, sir.
I want to speak about Malami. His property being questions by the order of the High Court. And if you go through it, you will be so saddened. How come he was not a minister of budget, he was not a minister of finance. And Attorney General, how can he serve such a large amount? When you go through the property sector, you will see that it is billions upon billions. But I believe some people colluded with him. It's not possible. How can he, as the Attorney General, be able to siphon such a money in Nigeria? That means something is fishing somewhere. Is he controlling the minister to bring money or how? I don't even know. So that's a question that somebody will answer.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Dr. Olabugu is saying that ex-AGF Malami was supposed to be dealing with books,
yes,
not money.
Not money.
While he was the minister. Alright, well, check your time is 7:30 and we have to go. We'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akambi. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.